Good evening and welcome. Bonsoir tout le monde et bienvenue. Happy Canada Day, everyone. July the 1st is Canada's birthday. We are live and on the air once again, backed by popular demand. It's time for the AREG net, the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. And this is Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group for Wednesday, July 1st, 2026. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in Hamilton, Ontario, at the western tip of Lake Ontario. And this is week 1711, or 1,711 weeks for the AREG net. And we meet here every Wednesday between 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on 146.430 megahertz. And since this is a simplex net, not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. So I also live stream this net on YouTube, so people who tune in will be able to hear stations that they can't hear on their radio, hear how they sound on the air, see their signal strength, as well as see my station layout. Just type my call into the YouTube search bar. Again, it's VA3CJZ. And look for us under the live button. Click on the live button and you can follow along. Or you can look for tonight's title. What's it called again? Canada Day AREG, something like that. And I'd also like to congratulate all the newly licensed amateurs and welcome you to the hobby. Also, I'd like to welcome back amateurs returning after an absence from the hobby. So finally, please leave 1 second delay between transmission to allow others to break in. In the meantime, do we have any time-sensitive portables, mobiles, or priority traffic who would like to check in now?
Victor Echo 3, Delta Julia Zulu.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Portable, good evening, Chuck.
All right, I got two there. I got Delta Juliet Zulu, and I have Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Romeo Foxtrot Portable. So let's take in Vern, VA3 CRF. Come on in.
VA3CJZ, VA3CRF here. Doing okay. Hope you had a nice day. Crazy hot, just way too hot today. I went for a walk early in the morning, and we were going to go to one of the Canada Day events outdoors, and we decided against it. We stayed in and went to the movies with our grandson. So, but I hope you had a good day, Chuck. VA3CRF.
Oh, yeah, Vern, absolutely. Actually, I spent the evening last night and part of today participating in the Canada Day rack contest. And so I concentrated only contacting Canadian stations only, Canadian call signs. And so once a year, it's Canada Day, and so I want to emphasize the Canada. And so I wanted to see how many I could get. Not as many as I had hoped, but I did all right. I think I got 32 contacts across Canada from coast to coast, so not bad.
That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. I gather we're in for a couple of days of heat, so as usual, I'm going to get out early for a walk, and then this evening, fortunately, because of the rain, it's cooled off a little bit anyway. The rain was coming down pretty good up here, and we were in Oakville, and it was coming down pretty good there as well. Won't hold you up, Chuck. I know. Sorry, just did it. I will not hold you up, Monsieur Charon. I will pass it back to you and let you pick up the individual behind me and anyone else out there. VA3CRF.
Too funny.
Oopsie. Okay, Vern, happy Canada Day, and thanks for checking in, my friend. Take care. All right, so let's bring in the one and only VE3 DJZ.
Good evening there, Chuck, and happy Canada Day. Just checking in on a hot and what a hot day today. Thank God we didn't go outside. The air conditioner had a hard time keeping cold. It was so hot outside.
Oh yeah, I bet. I know. My air conditioner's been going full blast all day here. It's also a window shaker. And I went to warm up my coffee so it would last a long time for the net, and I tripped out the breaker. I only had it set for 21 seconds, but it was too much. That breaker was probably already warm.
Well, my air conditioner, it still works. It was really cold the last couple of days, but after today, yesterday and today, it's cold still, but, getting the air outside, you know, it's working harder and harder, so it's trying to stay cold.
Oh yeah, that's why you can't leave the door open for long, or the window for that matter. Keep them just shut. Screw them shut when it's this hot. But yeah, unless you have one of those big BTU ACs there, sometimes yeah. Hey, listen, it's better than just having a straight fan, right? Or no fan at all.
You got that right. Thank God. Well, it's always good to it's always good to hear you doing that, buddy.
All right, Huey. Tonight we're going to try and concentrate strictly on Canadian content, and we'll go from there. Anyhow, thanks again, Huey. Always a pleasure. All right, with that, let's open it up to anyone and everyone with a valid license who'd like to check in to the Canada Day AREG net. Please come now.
BBNW. CND Mike Whiskey.
VA3WPG.
VA3NCA. Victor Echo 3 India Uniform Kilowatt.
All right, I think I got them all. I got BNW, IMW, WPG, a lot of W's, NCA, and IUK. Anyone else? All right, let's bring the man who's got my puppies, VE3 BNW.
Good evening, Chuck and all on frequency. Yep, VE3BNW. I put the word out for you, so just hearing back. A positive side, we had no missing dogs this week, so that's a good thing. And all ones have been found. Other than that, just been around the shack here doing stuff. Got my little buddy here, of course, and actually been playing 17 meters the past few days. It's been working well for me. I've been getting all kinds of contacts over in Europe. Mostly, you got 3 in Russia, all over the place.
Yeah, I noticed that band was active last couple of days there as well. And let me tell you, well, for me, the signals weren't coming in very strong, but they were clean with hardly any noise with them. So, but some of them were, tough to get, but yeah.
Yes, I've been playing. Well, next week I'm going camping, so I'll have to check in via Mr. YouTube. So, but I'll be doing the Pota up there, and I'll be getting that set up.
Oh, right on, right on. And how far away you going?
It's our usual spot up there in Selkirk. I threw BK B in the pot there. I guess he was calling the Canada Day contest. So I gave Rick a bean, and I guess I know they have a rig every Monday night, so we have to check in on that too. On 7150, I believe.
Oh yeah, okay, right on. So around Selkirk, beautiful. All right. Well, yeah, like you said, there's there's always a cell phone signal or internet signal. You can get YouTube and follow along. Absolutely. Thank you for checking, Bill. You gonna stick around?
Yeah, I should be back out again. I should probably put my little buddy to bed in about 45 minutes, but I should be back down again.
All right, then. We'll be here. No rush. Mac's on vacation, so we can stay up as late as we want. All right, Bill. Shout out to those of you who have checked in on the YouTube stream. Of course, Wade was number one. Then we have Matt, VE3 Sierra Mike November, and listening from the camper tonight. Oh, very good, Matt and Mrs. Matt. Mark, VA3MHV. Good evening. Happy Canada Day, Matt. Or Mark, sorry. And then Bill saying hello, VE3IUK. And Guy from Ottawa. Hello, Guy. Happy Canada Day, cousin. And Neil, VE3 Kilo Delta Tango. Good evening, everyone. All right, so let's go down the list here on the log, and we have VA3 IMW Mac. Come on in.
Good evening, Chuck, and all on net. Yes, it's day number 6, and we're enjoying things. So Dave, VA3CB, and Larry, VE3LBI, and myself got out to Mount Albion Conservation Area. Got to say that properly for Dave. I usually just call it Albion Falls, but that was our chosen location for working the Great Canadian Trail. Certainly appreciate you jumping in there and throwing your call sign in our log. And we managed to get out of there with 31 contacts. And despite what Mother Nature was doing to us with the M-class flares, kind of shut things down a little bit on 40 and 20 meters, but we managed to persevere and get enough in the log that we felt satisfied before we were well done ourselves. So I'm thinking that we were active for like 42, 45 minutes, maybe 47 minutes, something like that. And of course, we did experience some issues, right? We had a balun that was starting to warm up, and we saw a swing in the SWR, so we had to stop and change that out. And other than that, I would say the park itself was not overrun by people. Obviously, things were nice and toasty, so a lot of people that would have been out biking and hiking and other things like that, perhaps they were waiting for cooler times. Speaking of cooler times, we did have a bit of a storm blow through later this evening. Well, what did I think? Like 6:30 to 7:30, somewhere in that range. A lot of thunderstorms, and I didn't see any cows flying or buses spinning through the air, but I guess there was that potential. Other than that, certainly looking forward to the Canada Day A activities that you got planned for us. Really excited about that. So happy Canada Day, one and all, for everybody who worked us earlier today. Certainly appreciate your call signs in our logs. Anyways, I'll turn it back to you, Charles, and carry on. there you go. Coast to coast. You can't ask for better than that. Would be nice to get a couple of territories in there as well. We do have 3 to choose from, but yeah, those are a little bit more scarce. Anyways, a great day
Sorry,
overall.
had the mic off. Sorry.
Even though we had a couple of little interruptions. Mr. Sun threw some stuff at us that attenuated the band somewhat. And then obviously anybody who was out and about around the 6 o'clock or 6:30 hour, obviously discretion being the better part of valor, would have been a good time to disconnect your antennas and duck and cover. But no, I think we're back to normal summertime and get it done early in the day and then stay hydrated. That's my recommendations to one and all. Anyways, I'll let you carry on there, Charles. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mac, thank you for that. And I'm sorry, I had the mic off there. I was just telling people about me doing the RAC Canada Day contest, and that ended at 8 p.m. tonight. And I managed to get coast to coast. I got stations in BC, and I got one in Newfoundland and Nova Scotia for sure. I talked to Stuart. Anyways. All right, so let's move over and bring in Chris, VA3 Whiskey Papa Golf.
Good evening, everybody. VA3 WPG. Got a little bit to go here tonight. First of all, happy Canada Day to everybody. Unless you're Justin Trudeau, then that would be happy Canada Day to everybody except Alberta. Har har. All right, so that was a fun Canada Day activation. Yes, the KP was 2 and the A was 17. By the time we left the park, the Humidex was 47 degrees. We did have some issues with some SWR and radio shutting down. I'm wondering if the SWR, because we did have the gray ballon hooked up, and we know those ballons do increase in SWR as the temperature goes up, so now I'm wondering if that could have been our problem as well, partially. Other than the activation, just a little update on the fog machine, because I know there's been a few people taking a semi-interest in that. I put the new triac in it today, and 2 new opto couplers or opto isolators, whichever you prefer to call them, MOC 3023s. And the issue before was we were not able to get the green light, the ready light to come on. Today we got the ready light to come on, and you push the button, it fogs. You let go of the button, it stops fogging. That's what it's supposed to do. We got a functional fog machine. It's working a little too good though, because when the green light comes on, that means it's ready to fog, and that means that the heater should turn off. When the heater is heating, there should be no ready light, and when the ready light comes on, the heater should click off. When the ready light came on, it was still pulling 7.5 amps at the same time. When the fog fluid is cool, it's supposed to cool down the heater and kick it back in and make it heat up at 7.5 amps again, which is telling me that since it realizes that the ready light comes on, it is at temperature, but it is not going off temperature when it cools down. What is responsible for the temperature sensing? That would be the thermostat. That's telling me the thermostat is fused together. That's the part that was $20, but had the shipping that was $25 that I wasn't sure on buying. I'm pretty sure that we have narrowed that down now to the temperature sensor. I'm just going to wait a little while, maybe another month before I order that, and I will slap that in. Slap another triac in there to make sure we didn't fuse this one together. And just because I have sockets in there, a couple new opto isolators, and because I can, there's an LM324N in there, and I'm also going to replace that. But the bottom line is, the green light came on, it fogs when the button's pressed, and it stops when it is let go. So in other words, it is a functioning fog machine. We just got to get that heater to turn off. Anyways, so 2 steps forward and 0 steps backwards. We did blow the thermal fuse in there, but that is what tells me that the thing is not clicking off and we need the thermostat. So we'll get a new thermal fuse and eventually that new thermostat. Other than that, good stuff working today. VA3 WPG, we will send it back.
All right. Well, see, you thought it was the thermostat a while ago. And so as you were describing it there, I was also thinking, yeah, that's what it could be. So listen, how big is this unit, this fogging machine you got there, Chris?
1200 watts. The model number is an American DJ Fogstorm 1200 HD. It's a 1100 watt fog machine. Don't know why they call it a 1200 model number, but it's 1100 watts.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's a big boy then.
Oh yeah, no, this stuff this isn't AliExpress stuff. These fog machines I got, these are right out from the bars. So that's what I can understand. If this was in a bar and the DJ got drunk one day, like this is just bought not knowing what's wrong with it, right? So if they left that on all night or something, I can totally understand that thermostat that's inside the heater would fuse itself together. I can understand them running for a night and then you shut it down, but if you let them run for a couple days or just something might have left that thing sitting on or something, and you leave that thing on long enough, I could see that thermal switch melting inside. So I think that I'm going to say that is what the original problem was that originally sent the thing into haywire. Wherever it was placed down in the States, whoever had this before me, it's the thermal switch that originally screwed it up is what I'm going to say. So we got that. We got a new thermostat and a new thermal fuse, and I do think we're going to be good. That's just a guess, but it has to be.
All right then, Chris. Well, thanks for explaining all that and sharing. Hopefully, now your fears of paying for something that you won't need, then this is probably the item you need. So good call on waiting. So you'll get it. All right then, let's bring in Wade, our resident nerd, VA3 November Charlie Alpha. Just kidding.
I'm a nerd too.
VA3 CJZ, VA3 MCA. I'll take it. It's accurate. Good evening there, Chuck, and all on net. Happy Canada Day, of course. We did have, as Chris mentioned, we did have a good outing. It was warm, but we found a nice shady spot under the tree, and then we overexerted ourselves moving a picnic table to chase that shade. But once we were set up, it was good. We had a good outing. 33 QSOs in the log, so that's not too bad. We did have some challenges. Maybe a little bit of heat, a little bit of SWR, a little this, a little that, but it was still good for 33 QSOs. My rig kept shutting down at inopportune times, so I'm thinking it's heat or it was high SWR. I don't know what it is, but it's behaving itself now here in the basement. So maybe that speaks to heat or the different antenna. I am not sure, but something I guess I'm going to have to keep my eye open for. But anyways, it's behaving itself, touch wood, for now. So hopefully it'll keep it up for the next hour and a half, at least for the AREG.
Comment.
Go ahead, comment.
WPG, but when we hooked the wire up to Bill's radio there, the SWR was 1.6, so really thinking it's probably something to do with the heat, probably, maybe.
Yeah, I was just going to say, your minimum operating temperature for the radio was 100 degrees. That's in Fahrenheit, of course. 98 degrees or 100 degrees Fahrenheit is what we got to at the very least today. I think we got over uh, 36 or something. But I like Fahrenheit. So your radio is operating at a minimum 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It has no chance to really cool down much more than that. And if there's any sunlight touching it and this and that, yeah, it'll heat up even more. So I'm guessing it was probably a thermal shutdown there, Wade. And by the way, I didn't hear you mentioning that my signal is down tonight. So I found what the problem was. I had put a T um, connector, a TSO239 connector between this radio and another one, and it didn't like it. So when I just plugged in direct, everything is fine. SWR is, well, there is none on this frequency, and that's the way it should be. So that's the problem resolved. I found it right after the net there last week. Wade, back to you.
Yeah, actually, I meant to mention your signal's right back to where it always has been to me. So you're sounding great to my location in Dundas tonight again there, Chuck. Glad you found it, and glad it wasn't a difficult fix. So by T, do you mean like a splitter or a switch that you switched between? Because I'd be nervous of using a T between two radios where either one could be on at the same time. The transmit power could easily damage the receive front end on a radio that's connected. But did you? But actually, aside from that, it sounds like the T was also chewing up your or adding some loss in there, anyways. But the difference is stark. It sounded great tonight.
Yeah. So I realized about the having two radios on at the same time, but I just thought I would try it. Like if I wanted to, let's say I had take my radio out of line, and I could switch over to the other one without. I was trying to. I have a switch here, but I just wanted to try something different, and so obviously it was a waste of money for that purpose for me. But I had to try it. And so, I only had one radio on and it wasn't working well. So something's going on there. So, if I want to go between two radios, I'll just have to split it with the antenna switch.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a plan. Certainly, experimentation is what we're all about. So you made an experiment and you found out the impact was not great. But you are sounding great tonight. No trouble whatsoever. You're making it all the way, full quieting out to my station here in Dundas. So sounds really great. What was I going to say? There's something else I was going to mention, and now I've forgotten it, so it may have to wait until another round, because even though I'm delaying my release of the PTT here, it's not coming to me. Anyways, I will send it back to you there, Chuck. Thanks for doing it. I'll break in if I remember what I was going to say.
All right, very good. Absolutely. Well, we got Bill coming up next there, so if you remember, just break in. VE3 India Uniform Kilowatt. Bill, come on in.
Yep, am I up now, Chuck?
Yeah, I got you. Come on in.
Yep, and first of all, yeah, your signal strength is back to what it normally is. You're almost full scale here. So good evening to everyone on YouTube and on this simplex frequency here. I'll try to remember everything I was going to talk about. Number one, for any Windows 10 users, Windows 10 ESUs have been extended for another year, so to October 2027. Happy Canada Day to everybody, and it makes me think of one of my Canadian icons, and we listened to that great song by Stompin' Tom Condors called Canada Day Up Canada Way. Everybody that loves Canada should go listen to that song. Great activation today. Would have loved to stay longer, but I wouldn't have done too well in the heat. And it was a good thing that we had extra equipment, but as Wade was saying, we got 33 in the log. I think the farthest away we did was Florida. Band was a bit wonky. There was a lot of QSB going on. but nonetheless, we did get our activation in.
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to hear you guys. But yeah, that is the dilemma of being close and having a big rock kind of blocking the signal there. So glad you guys got her done and did what you set out to do. So very good then. And yep, stay cool, Bill, and relax. Enjoy the rest of Canada Day. Anything else?
No, if you don't hear me, it means I fell asleep. Usually, if I get out and get in the sun like that, just because of my fair skin, sometimes it takes a bit out of me. So if I don't come back for the trivia, don't be offended. Other than that, I can't really think of anything else. Oh, one more thing. I'll put feelers out now because I think Dave VA3DCS won't be available for the 18th for our activation up in Christie Conservation Area. So I am looking for someone that could maybe I could drive up there with, willing to put some money in for gas or whatever. But just putting feelers out that I will need a ride on that day.
Copy that on we don't want Bill hitchhiking to activate a park. Okay, well, plenty of time in between now and then, Bill. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Okay, Chuck, great to hear everybody on here, and looking forward to the trivia if I'm still awake. Take care, Chuck.
Okay, Bill, you too. Okay, so that clears my list, but first let's see if Wade remembered what he wanted to say.
VA3CJZ, VA3NCA. No, I can't redeem myself. Old man brain is kicked in, and it's not coming to me easy. So maybe it was just to say I did have a great day out there at the park along the Great Trail in front of the engineering and the science building there at McMaster campus. We had nobody stop by, but that wasn't too surprising. We're in the middle of the summer, and on top of that, it was a stat holiday. Saw a couple people wandering about, but nobody stopped by to check out what we were doing. So we had a nice gentle activation. And what I did remember, though, this isn't the same thing, but we neglected to take any pictures of our setup. I'm awful at that, and I forgot to do it. So unfortunately, I have nothing to post to show our outing, except our log, which has already been uploaded to Pota.app. So anyhow, thanks for giving me another chance there to come up with what it was. It must not have been important, is what my dad used to say when I'd forget something. So anyhow, back to you there, Chuck. Thanks again. VA3 CJZ, VA3NCA.
Yeah, we had one passerby in a full winter jacket with his hood up, colored black.
The cameraman should be fired.
Uh-oh, why?
Because they forgot to take pictures today. I'm not mentioning any names.
Yeah, that happens. Oh, well, yeah, that means somebody will have to remember on the 18th.
We'll endeavor to do so.
All right, very good. Okay, it's time to do another call out and see who else is out there here on Canada Day for the Canada Day AREG net. This is VA3CJZ looking for your check-ins.
Victor Echo 3, Bravo Kilowatt.
Victor Echo 3, Bravo Kilowatt. Rick, come on in. Happy Canada Day, my friend.
Hey, happy Canada Day. I was looking for you, but I never did find you. I worked some guy on, when was it, last night, right after you, but you were gone already. It was American, I think. Anyway, static galore on Canada Day contest. So I just got off there working Randy, and I worked Randy, and I thanked him, like you said, for doing it. And I think he's been on YouTube listening to your stream. So that is good. That is good. I'm glad that those guys turned out good on the trail that when they activated CA, whatever it was. And but anyway, the candidate contest went pretty good. Even through all the static crashes and everything else, I was able to work a VE4 rack. And Bill, BNW, came on board and worked me, and also Mac, VI3UW, he was on there as well. And one of the fellows from Timmins, Ontario, that has checked in with me in the past, V3XLG, he came on too and called me by name, and he shocked me. He knew who it was. Also KMQ, he was in there as well. So I don't know who you've got on here. I haven't been listening for that long, and I'm on the old radio, the sideband radio for now. So you can tell me if the audio's good or not. Anyway, because I haven't used it for a little while. Anyway, but I got you on the YouTube stream as well, or I did have. Looks like it changed. I'll have to go check that. And I'm not sure I'm going to be on air that long because I've been on the radio too much today with the rack contest and all that. So I might not be around for the end there, Chuck, but we'll be listening for a while. VA3 CJZ from B3BK.
Okay, Rick. Yeah, very good. Listen, I think maybe I saw Randy check in on Mac's YouTube stream, so maybe it was his stream. I haven't seen Randy check into our stream yet, so maybe it was Mac's YouTube stream you might be thinking about there. But yeah, I am running live here on YouTube. Just put in VA3CJZ and look for us on the live button there and follow along. We got quite a few people stopping by, saying hello. And yeah, I had to get ready for the AREG net, Rick, today, and so I couldn't devote too much time to the radio. So all I did was search and pounce now and then. I wasn't able to actually do any call outs because, of course, I was still getting documentation ready for the net, making sure the cameras were working with the sound cards, and you know what I mean. And so I couldn't necessarily devote uh, all my time for the contest, though. But I managed to get 32 contacts, and I got a handful of racks.
Comment.
Yeah, kind of stand by for one. Okay, yeah, well, I got lots of racks. Holy, hey, I had a rack from out west, and I'm telling you, he was stronger than you were, than you are. You're 20 over on my radio, and this guy was a little 20 over plus a little bit more, and his audio was just excellent. He was running V7 rack, I think it was. Great signal.
Yeah.
Anyway, a comment in there, you better let him go. V3BK.
Okay, Rick, just stand by, and I believe it's Chris, WPG. Go ahead.
VA3WPG. Yeah, Rick there. I heard you on ZOE looking for Chuck earlier when you were on the contest there. I flicked on to 40 there. I was the, right after that, I was the VA3 station. I tried a couple times, but you couldn't get me. You were pretty weak in there too, so yeah, pretty staticky, but maybe next time. But yeah, right after you came to ZOE, I was the VA3 that you were having a little bit of difficult time hearing, but maybe next time. Okay, VA3WPG.
Okay, next time. Yeah, there was a couple I couldn't get because of the static. I had to get a few guys to repeat more than once because, the static would get their middle letter or something like that. Anyway, thanks for trying there, Chris. Over.
Hey, nope.
Hello.
Get them, sometimes you don't.
Okay, so happy candidate to everybody on here. I may leave early. I've been on the radio much too long today, and I know what you mean, Chuck, about having to get ready there. And I just happened to catch you. I was doing search and pounce too, and today I used 7150, and was surprising how
Oh,
many people came in there. So it always good candy contest or put on the air. That's all good candy celebrations everywhere. It's too bad the heat and the static on the radio was terrible. I was almost considering shutting this down and quitting, but I didn't. I bared with it, and it got better as time went on. Okay, so anyway, I'll be sitting on the side V3 Bravo Kilowatt.
And Lima.
I thought I heard a voice from the past there. VE3 Papa Delta Lima. Paul, come on in.
Is that a new ham?
Thank you, sir. There was somebody else keyed up just as I keyed up. Hello, Rick. I could barely hear Bill, and I couldn't hear Wade at all. But good evening to everybody. Just I remembered it was Wednesday, looked at the clock, and thought, I'll jump in, say hello for a minute. So how's things going, Chuck?
Oh, Paul.
Hey, there we go. You had a few comments in there, Paul, and you got Rick saying hello. But the person you heard at the beginning was Mac, VA3IMW, asking if that was a new ham.
Hasn't been that long, Mac. Come on.
All right. Anyways, Paul, doing good over here. You know, spent the day doing a little bit of Canada, Rack Canada Day contest there. All I did was contact Canadian stations only, being as today was Canada Day, and so yeah, staying inside, of course, and had pizza for dinner. That's my cheat day. And well, actually, any day is a cheat day for me, Paul. How about you?
Yeah, I pretty much stayed in the house most of the time, cuddling up with the air conditioner. Um, whenever the dog's not laying on the vent, I'm telling you, he searches it out. He knows where they all are, and if you go into a different room, my shepherd will walk in there and lay on top of the vent, so you're not getting none of the cold air.
Yeah, I've seen that done before. There's a comment there. Go ahead.
Paul, I know why you checked in, because I was thinking about you. That Paul guy, yeah, what's that Paul guy? What's his call again? Oh, PDL. Oh, yeah, that guy. Anyway, yeah, hey, we miss you on Monday nights, too. Anyway, I got to tell you what my daughter bought me for Father's Day, a cup that says, "Life is better with a German Shepherd." It's got a picture of a black German Shepherd, and of course Rambo's black there, Roger.
Oh, yeah, right on. That's cool.
I thought it was cool. Anyway, go ahead there, Chuck. I had to make that comment there to Paul.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. That's what we're here for, and that's why we ask to leave spaces in between so people can break in. So very good. Anyways, Paul, yeah, geez, no new news about John, except I noticed he just had a birthday go by. And last I spoke to him, I think was in the springtime or late winter. And yeah, I meant to maybe have him call in, but I just had too much on the go here, Paul. And so everything's the same with him. He's still in his apartment. He's got all his boxes with him. He's unable to unpack, he says, because he's got too many boxes. But he's got all his boxes.
And I can just imagine. That's funny you bring John up, because on his birthday, I tried to phone him, me and Leanne tried to call him, but the number I had for him is no longer in service, so I didn't get through, obviously. But yeah, we were just going to call him, wish him a happy birthday.
All right. Well, I can send you the number that I have for him and see if it's the same. If not, that's his new number.
right. Yeah, throw it to me on Facebook when you got a minute or something. No rush or anything.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. How's Leanne?
Doing good.
Oh, hello, Leanne. Well, I got you there. How about if you give us a call sign?
E3LLW.
What did you have to think about that, Leanne? It's been so long since you had to use your call sign.
I did have to think about it.
See, you got to get a little bit more active, just a little bit. All right, nice to hear you, Leanne. And yeah, we'll have to go up there and pay you a visit. Geez, Renata's going on holidays around my birthday, which is on the 9th. So during one of their days off there, we're going to slide up there and see you guys if you're in town.
Yeah, sounds good, brother. I never know when I'm running up north until a couple days before
Yeah.
or anything, but yeah, if anything comes up, I can let you know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's no problem. Very good. Okay, buddy. Thanks for checking in, my friend. Anything else?
No, sir. Did you happen to catch that little video post I put of the turtle eggs when I was taking all the buckets out of that big pile of dirt?
Oh, yeah, the eggs. Yeah, that was awesome.
I couldn't see, killing them or whatever, so I just, as soon as I spotted them, I left them alone, buried the ones that moved, and hopefully some of them survive. And there's a swamp right there, too, eh? That's part of the stuff we were filling in. But there's lots of snapping turtles, so I'm assuming that's what they are.
Yeah, I know the eggs were a fair size from the picture I saw there. So, yeah, you don't know what's there, but you accidentally stumbled upon them and just cover them up as best as you can after and let Mom or Mother Nature take its course, right?
Yeah, Mother Nature in this circumstance, once turtles lay the eggs, that's it. Their parenting is over. If they're down in the water and their young comes in, they'd eat them too if they were hungry. So it's up to the little fellers to make it all the way back to the water.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. The job is done once they bury the eggs. That's right. Very good. Okay, Paul. Well, thanks for that. And yeah, let us know if you find out of any new developments or you hear about it um, once hatching season starts.
Well, I checked it out when I got home, and up to 90 days. So that would put it into August, the end of August, maybe somewhere around there. But next time I go up, I'm going to bring my, what do you call it, the trail cam. I want to set it up so we can see them hatch and watch them head back towards the water, just for something cool to see.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I know we've had the same robins build a nest twice under our porch. So a lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of breeds, a lot of birds don't use the nest that they previously had used. They always build another one. So once the birds, they're hatched and they've flown away, I wait a couple weeks, then I take the nest down and I actually collect them.
Yeah, we've had a couple over here, same as up north. One fell out of a tree, so I put it in a different tree just for the aesthetics, eh? When you're going up to the property, you can see the nest sitting there. Nothing will ever use it again, but still looks kind of cool. So yeah, right on for you. Good.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm, got a bird bath and a water fountain set up for the birds. Uh, I've been feeding mother squirrels, and now the youngin are out and about, so the youngin are feeding. I'm feeding them too. So, um, and of course, giving them fresh water, especially in this heat. Put a bowl of fresh, clean water out every day for them, and yeah, see the butterflies coming into our garden. It's nice to watch nature sitting out back on the deck doing absolutely nothing. It's great. So, anyhow, Paul, thank you so much for checking in, man. Appreciate it. And anything else for the net?
No, sir. Just a last robin story. We had robins build a nest on our little outside light that we got on the side of the garage.
Oh,
So I got one of my, well, actually, I didn't have a spare video camera, so I ordered one. When it came, I set it up, pointing straight at the nest, so we got to watch them go from egg to babies, and it was low enough to the ground, even my short butt, when the parents weren't around, I'd find a couple of worms and break them up into small pieces and feed the babies myself, just by hand.
Ah, cool. You got a shorty nest for shorty pants. That's awesome. I did that a couple of years ago. I have a security camera that runs, you can watch it 24/7, and I mounted it on the ceiling because their nest was just, 6 inches from the ceiling. So I couldn't see inside the nest as fully as I would liked, but once the birds start beaking off, asking for food, their heads are sticking out of that nest with their necks out and their mouths open. So it's kind of hard to miss.
I'm gonna get punched for this and say, yeah, kind of like the wives, right? Roger.
Was that a shorty pants joke?
That was a duck incoming frying pan joke.
Oh, yeah, 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 absolutely. I remember a guy's wife hit me with a frying pan once, and I said, that's nothing. Then she took out the cast iron one. I said, okay, I'll be a good boy.
Yeah, Teflon don't hurt.
Yeah, yeah. Look at all the gangster.
Too funny. All right, Chuck, I don't want to tie it up any further. Thanks for letting me check in, and good evening to one and all. Happy Canada Day, and we'll talk to you fine gentlemen at another date. V3PDL, back to net control.
All right, Paul. Thanks again for your check-in. So that clears my list. Let's see who else is out there would like to check in to the Canada Day Special AREG edition. This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins.
VE3RUB.
VE3RUB. Jack, come on in. How are you there? Hot enough for you?
Happy Canada Day, Chuck, and all on that. Just want to check in. Yeah, I'm doing good. Staying cool. Didn't really do much today. I poked my head outside this morning. I went, no, I'm staying indoors today. So didn't do much. I just hung around, watched the Blue Jay game, and did basically nothing. How about yourself?
Oh, well, I hung out here as I normally do and stayed in the AC and only went out for a few minutes. I was doing the Rack Canada Day contest since 8 o'clock last night. Of course, I went to bed, and then when I got up there, I did some more, but then I had to get ready for the AREG net, so had some pizza for dinner, so a nice treat for me, and yeah, it's all good.
Awesome. I'm hearing another repeater in there. I mean, a K2 repeater. Great if you,
Holy smokes, I just had some static just wipe you out there, Jack. Try it again. All right, Jack, we've got some kind of interference in between us there. You've got a great signal, S9 5+5, but some heavy static coming in with you there. I wonder if Mac is up there on the hill, VA3 IMW. Do you have a good copy on Jack?
Yeah, I know Jack, and I'm hearing him quite well. And he's quite correct. There is a significant signal coming up from the south side of Lake Erie. So the temperature inversion is propagating that repeater. Is that Pennsylvania or Ohio? I forget which. But anyways, that is the source of our discontentment tonight there, Chuck. And I guess the way it's landing over here, it's interfering between you and Jack. Back to you, Chuck.
5-9, no repeater for me.
Okay, very good. Yeah, so Jack, there's a repeater in Pennsylvania. We had a big inversion a few weeks ago, and I could hear these guys like coming in clear as, no problem, like an S7 here. And so I started talking to the guys, and I asked them, I said, I was just curious, guys, why would you set up a repeater on on a simplex frequency? And he pretty much came back and said, well, uh, that's not a rule that's written in stone. It's only a suggestion. So I can do what I want type of thing. So, yeah, I wasn't impressed there, Jack. Anyhow, thanks for checking in, buddy. Much appreciated, sir. Happy Canada Day.
Sounding good to me for Mississauga.
Yeah, I'm going to need a relay for that. I didn't hear one word. It got covered up in static.
Which one? Is Chris's comment or Jack's?
Jack.
Oh, yes. So he's giving you his 73s, and he made all kinds of flowery statements about my signal being way up above everything else, but I'm not going to relish in that for very long. Thanks, Jack. Loving flowers. Anyways, so he's on his way, and Chris from Dundas also confirmed that Jack's signal is coming in nice and strong. So yeah, I guess we'll deal with what's coming up from the south side of Lake Erie, and yeah, you can always count on me, Chuck, the man on the mountain.
Yeah, thanks, Mac and Chris. That's the first time I was unable to copy communication from VE3RUB. Very interesting. All right, well, thank you all. And with that, anyone else wishing to check into the Canada Day AREG net, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor.
Victor Alpha 3, Mike, I was going to say Mark Hotel Victor. Come on in.
Good evening, Chuck, everyone on the AREG as well as the YouTube stream. Happy Canada Day to one and all there, Chuck, and everyone listening. Managed to get out and work the trail there yesterday evening at the beginning of the new day with Mr. NFG there. And the calls were coming in pretty fast and furious, so we racked up about 27. So that was good. And I also managed to work Mac and Larry and Dave this morning in the park when they were out. So that was about the extent of my Canada Day radio activities, Chuck, other than tonight. So tonight is just the icing on the cake, I suppose you could say. I could hear everyone coming in about full strength, including Dave in Toronto, but I am not hearing the repeater. And I generally get everybody except Wade. I have a little trouble with Wade because he's down in Dundas there. Anyway, Chuck, I'll be here for the duration. Thank you for doing it. And I'll be listening along. Back to you, Chuck, BA3MHV.
All right, very good, Mark, and a great signal coming in from you over top of me, of course. Yeah, very good, Mark. Happy Canada Day. All right, it's 9:02 p.m. just about. Anyone else wishing to check into the AREG net, please come now.
VE3 LBI.
VE3LBI, Larry, come on in.
Yep, evening, Chuck, everybody on the net tonight and YouTube. Nice day today. Well, it was hot, obviously. So I managed to take my battery and I took a small inverter and we stuck a fan on the table down at the picnic table down there and had it blowing on us while we were doing our activation.
Yeah, that's one of the next things on my list is an inverter. Yeah, it comes in handy for, you never know what you might need it for.
It's a small one, Chuck. I've had it for probably over 15 years. I bought it at Canadian Tire on a whim, and probably closer to 25 years. I just bought it on a whim. It's only, I think, a 300 watt, but it ran the little. Obviously, it'll run the little fan fine. And I think I figured out the draw on the fan was something like a 0.3 amp hours. So I ran it here as a test. I had it on. I think I put it on both low and high speed, even with the oscillator, and it ran 4 hours straight out. So on the little battery down there, no problem at all. So it was nice, a little breeze on us. It was hot. The sun kept moving over top, obviously. So we kept losing the shade, trying to move a little bit into the shade, keep the fan on it.
I was just thinking, wouldn't it be funny if somebody brought like a big pedestal stand fan and plugged it into an inverter, something that really stands out, right? It would still handle it.
Oh yeah, and I had one here, but we gave it away. We didn't want it anymore. I was thinking, geez, it'd be great to take there. So, anyways, it was a good day. Bands weren't the greatest. They kind of just all of a sudden collapsed. We got a little bit on 40, a little bit on 20, and then everything just went down 20, and everything just died. So we looked at each other and said, we got enough in the log. It's hot. Let's go home.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, well, good on you guys for sticking to the plan and making the best of it, and it's another one in the books.
Yep, absolutely. Another party just checked in there, too. A Kilo Bravo 2 Uniform Echo Whiskey was just checked in there, too. So, other than that, I'll pass it back to you, and I'll be sitting here and listening along.
All right, Larry, very good. Thanks for your check-in. And that would be Alvaro. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but Kilo Bravo 2 Uniform Echo Whiskey from Las Vegas, Nevada. I have one of my good friends from the carnival who lives in Las Vegas. He's never there though. He's always on the road as a truck driver. But anyways, yeah, very good. Hola, Alvaro. ¿Cómo estás? Anyways, happy Canada Day. How do you say Happy Canada Day in Spanish, uh, Alvaro? Anyways, how are you? And thank you for joining us. And so that clears my list. Anyone else out there wishing to check into the AREG net, please come now. All righty then. So let's see now. I'm torn between where to go from here. I guess we could, before we do some trivia, I want to just talk about it's Canada Day. So we'll start with that. And I have a little something here I wanted to share with you. So, uh, Canada. Um, oh, let me set up here. So, Canada's history spans from thousands of years of indigenous habitation to French and British colonization, culminating in the 1867 Confederation to form a modern, diverse, and independent nation of 10 provinces and 3 territories. First, indigenous roots and early explorations. Uh, the first peoples, indigenous peoples, First Nations, Inuit, and Métis, have lived in the region for thousands of years, developing rich trade networks and complex societies. Next, European contact. The Vikings briefly settled in Newfoundland around 1000 AD. And in 1534, French explorer Jacques Cartier claimed the land for France, eventually naming the area Canada after the Huron Iroquois word Kanata, meaning village. And then we have New France and fur trade. French fur traders heavily colonized the region, relying on positive trade relationships and alliances with indigenous groups. Number two, British rule and the making of the border. So, first we have the British conquest. Following the 7 Years' War, France ceded nearly all of its North American territory to Great Britain in the 1763 Treaty of Paris. The Loyalists, after the American Revolution in 1783, tens of thousands of British Loyalists migrated north, shifting the demographic balance in what is now Ontario and Quebec. Let me drop. The War of 1812. The conflict between the United States and Great Britain ended in a military stalemate, firmly establishing the border along the Great Lakes and the 49th parallel. And number three, Confederation and Expansion, 1867. The Dominion of Canada, seeking self rule and facing potential threats from the United States colonies, uh, uh, from the United States colonies under the British North America Act on July 1st, 1867. The original 4 provinces were Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick. And finally, the westward growth. Canada expanded westward by absorbing Rupert's Land from the Hudson's Bay Company, creating Manitoba in 1870 and establishing the Transcontinental Canadian Pacific Railway. Alberta and Saskatchewan joined in 1905. And number four, the 20th century to present day. Uh, hang on a second here. Okay, I had something in my way here. I couldn't read the screen properly. So, national sovereignty. Heavy casualties and heroism in World War I and World War II gave Canada distinct national identity. In 1931, Britain granted Canada legislative independence, and in 1982, Canada patriated its constitution. And finally, modern evolution. Today, Canada is a bilingual, multicultural democracy, and recent debates have focused heavily on multicultural immigration. Yeah. Ongoing debates regarding Quebec nationalism and reconciliation processes with indigenous peoples. We've all been swamped with that kind of stuff. So the only Canada Day stuff, or sorry, the only on this day stuff I have for you today is Canada only related. Let me drop.
Hard emphasis on multicultural.
Yeah, okay. So July 1st is universally celebrated as Canada Day, marking the anniversary of the 1867 enactment of the British North America Act, now called the Constitution Act. This historic legislation united the colonies of Canada, which were Ontario and Quebec, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick, into a single self governing dominion within the British Empire. Now, the history surrounding this defining date extends far beyond the initial birth of the nation. Notable Canadian historical milestones and milestones on July 1st include 1867, of course, on this day, Confederation. And in 1868, we have the first celebrations. Governor General Lord Monck, Monck, signs a royal proclamation requesting that Her Majesty's subjects across Canada celebrate the anniversary of Confederation. And then on this day in 1879, the statutory holiday. July 1st is officially established by federal law as a statutory holiday known as Anniversary of Confederation, which eventually became popularly known as Dominion Day. And then I believe, I'm not sure if it was on this day, but we have 1917 and 1927 landmark anniversaries. The 50th and 60th anniversaries of Confederation are celebrated on Parliament Hill. In 1927, the Peace Tower Carillon is officially inaugurated. 1958, federal involvement. The Canadian government begins coordinating and funding centralized celebrations on Parliament Hill in the capital region of Ottawa. And then, of course, in 1967, we have the centennial. Canada celebrates its 100th anniversary of Confederation. High-profile ceremonies feature Queen Elizabeth II in 1982, the renaming and patriation. And on October 27, 1982, following the patriation of the Canadian Constitution, Dominion Day is officially renamed Canada Day. So there you go. And finally, in 2017, the sesquicentennial. Canada marks the 150th anniversary of Confederation with nationwide events, festivals, and special citizenship ceremonies. And with that, are there any questions, comments, or new check-ins for tonight's net? Please come now.
Coin collectors know all about the 1957. I got all of them.
Yeah, as a kid, I used to collect stamps. And yeah, the coins, geez, I never got into that.
I got a few stamps kicking around, but I'm mostly coins.
Ah, very good, very good. Okay, so with that, if there aren't any new comments, questions, or check-ins, we'll start a little bit of Canadian trivia. All right, so this was done last year, 2025. It's called Canada Day Trivia 2025. And we'll start off with a little bit of history, see how much you guys know from your history lessons growing up. And my first question is, well, we just talked about it. What was Canada Day originally called before it was officially renamed in 1982?
Dominion Day.
I was thinking that. I wasn't sure, but now that Bill says it, I'm jumping in on that one too. That's what I was thinking.
Absolutely, it was Dominion Day. Very good. Wade also got that right. And Mark, yep, all good. Where did that go now? There we go. All right. In what year did Canada officially become a country?
1867.
See, I gave you guys a refresher course right before the trivia. I was wondering if I should do it the other way around, but yeah, I think it worked out pretty good. Way to go. That's right, Bill. And Guy also got that right. Wade, -1.
And then 100 years later, that's when your 1967 coins came out.
Yeah, never mind. I still remember the centennial in 67 there, buddy. Not trying to razz you or nothing, just saying, I remember that. All right, let's see now. Who else we got? Which four provinces first formed the new Dominion of Canada? We just went over that. Ontario and Quebec are the two main ones. What are the other two? There are four original provinces.
Who's in there?
Nova Scotia and New Brunswick.
Yes, sir, that's right, Bill. Nova Scotia and New Brunswick were the other two. There you go. Wade finally got that right, but he put PQ in there. Hope it's not the Parti Québécois. Oh, what is the capital city of Canada? Anyone?
Might be Ottawa.
Ottawa.
Isn't it Toronto?
Ottawa.
With that eternal fountain in front of that flame fountain.
Canada shares the longest undefended border in the world with which country? Listen, that might not be for very long the way things are going.
No, it's the United States.
United States of America, USA.
USA. That's right. Okay, which Canadian province is the only one with a predominantly French-speaking population? Easy one.
Quebec.
No, it's Quebec. It's pronounced Quebec. You do not pronounce the U. Just thought I'd point that out there.
Haven't they separated yet? I voted for that.
Actually, Trudeau gave them separation under our noses, and nobody knew about it.
Trudeau did a lot of things that nobody knows about.
It was all about lift and separate.
Yeah, but Trudeau basically gave them a whole whack of stuff that they don't need to be federally responsible for. So, yeah, we're not going to get into that, but yeah, Quebec is more free now than they were, not free, but more separated, I should say, than they were back in the 80s when I remember when the FLQ kidnapped some guy's kid or some guy cut off his ear, mailed it back to him. It's just, yeah, it was crazy. The FLQ. There were military trucks rolling down St. Patrick's Street in Ottawa when I was a kid in the springtime, and uh, yeah,
Is that when Trudeau brought in the emergency measures?
Yes, sir. Early 70s.
Horses stomping on old ladies. Oh, he did that too?
Yes, he did.
For Christ's sake. Like father, like son.
All right, here's a real popular trivia question in food and culture. Which popular Canadian dish consists of French fries, cheese curds, and gravy?
Poutine.
Oh, yeah. Artery clogging, cellulite forming, poutine. But man, it tastes good. If you get it done right, oh, yeah. And it's right. It is Québécois. It's French Quebec that started that, by the way.
If you don't know the answer to that one, you should probably pack up and leave.
Yeah, but you know, it's only become popular in recent years because for the longest time you didn't really hear about it much, but it was available pretty widely.
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead.
One of the reasons why poutine has become popular because it's been featured on a lot of not like cooking shows, especially in the United States.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Poutine has popularity because it's been featured on cooking shows even in the U.S.
Oh, yeah, featured on cooking shows. Yep. Yeah, that's a uh, good thinking there, Bill.
But we're famous for.
All right, another food question coming up. What uniquely flavored potato chip, often exclusive to Canada, was created in the 1980s? Which uniquely flavored potato chip, often exclusive to Canada, was created in the 80s?
All dressed.
Ketchup. Pass the ketchup, please. Noel, Wade, and Matt got that right on YouTube. By the way, folks, we are streaming on YouTube. Just type in VA3CJZ and click on the live button. You can follow along. All right. Which Canadian city is world renowned for its massive outdoor stampede event?
Calgary, Alberta.
Man, oh man, when I traveled with the carnival, my birthday fell during the Calgary Stampede because it's coming up July 9th. And man, oh man, what a party. Oh my gosh. Those were the I had more parties with big birthdays uh, through the Calgary Stampede, and it was great. Wouldn't change a thing.
Justin Trudeau's most hated Canadian event.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh no, he doesn't like Alberta, so.
All right. Next question. True or false? Canadians consume more donuts per capita than any other nation on earth. True or false?
Two and Slurpees. Slurpees.
True, with all the additions of the cop shops.
I was wondering if somebody would come up with something like that. And the answer is true. Canadians eat roughly 1 billion. That's right, Mac. I've got my pinky finger up to my bottom lip, and I'm saying 1 billion donuts a year. A year.
Between Robin's Donuts in the West and Tim Hortons all across Canada, I can see it.
Them's a lot of donuts there, Chuck.
Absolutely. So I hear a new check-in, VA3NFG, I do believe. Please come on in.
Yeah, roger that. I'm a stone throw away there, Chuck. Just listening along there, I had to add
nice
that
signal.
in, make that comment about about all the donuts in the cop shops.
Yeah, and I heard they just opened up a $50 million cop shop in Halton. So I'm sure they're gonna have to build a couple of Tim Hortons in the area. Hi, Steve. Great signal, by the way.
Yeah, roger that, man. You're 60 over 9 on the portable. Good trip.
All right. Well, I'm only getting you at 50, so but you're on a handheld though, right?
50X units? No, I better flip the boot on. Yeah, I'm on the portable. The Radtel RT880.
Oh, you almost hit the plus on the 60 there that as soon as you keyed up that one time. So, yeah, very good, Steve.
Here, I'll move over 5 feet. Did that make the difference? We should be doing 60 now.
Oh yeah, well, you're pinning now. You're pinning the meter now.
Roger, right on. All right, very good. We'll be listening along there, Chuck. Thanks for doing the net. And we'll be around. VA3 NFG.
All right, you're in the log, Steve. Thanks for jumping in there. Okay, anyone else out there wishing to check in to the special Canada Day AREG net, please come now. This is VA3CJZ. All right, nothing heard. Let's go back to a little bit more trivia. Here we go. All right, national symbols and quirks. Oh, what is Canada's national winter sport?
Cross. Cross.
The winter sport is ice hockey. Wade got that right.
Bill was in there too with hockey.
Bill was in there too. Yeah, for some reason that static is just covering Bill up a little bit there. So thanks for that relay, Chris. The beaver is one of Canada's national animals. What is the other iconic statuesque mammal?
Moose is in there, and Bill said moose as well.
That's right, the great majestic moose. Have you guys seen one up close? Like I'm talking, 10 feet away?
Not that close, but Assiniboine Park Zoo in Winnipeg had a couple, and yeah, they're pretty massive. I never actually got out of the car to walk up to the enclosure, but they're pretty big.
Well, hang on, there we go. So I've seen them up close. In Algonquin Park, there's a lake. There's a lake called Rock Lake, and you go to this bridge. I used to fish there in the evenings, and every evening you would see moose walking through the river that goes through there, or sometimes they would just come down the road where we drive up to the bridge, and they would walk up over the bridge themselves. And so I remember one year we were there, and all these Asians were out with their Nikon cameras, and click 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 click. Oh my God! And some of them were getting so close, and I'm like, buddy, you don't know what these animals can do. Don't get so close. But they were all, yeah, yeah, yeah. Click, 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 click. But damn it, yeah, they're huge, man. I'm talking huge. All right. So actually, the horse was the answer, not the moose. Oh, surprise there. It's not the moose. It's the Canadian horse. What is the other iconic statuesque Canada's national animals? Really? I thought it would be the moose. Because we do have it on the quarter, or we used to, anyways. Which famous Canadian invented the telephone in 1876? I should have asked who, in what year was the telephone invented?
Alexander Graham Bell, 1876.
Alexander Graham Bell.
That's right. How many Olympic Games has Canada hosted?
Who's in there with 3?
Yeah. I heard Bill. That's right. Mark got that right. Wade was guessing 3, and Matt guessed 3. Was seen a quarter horse. That's funny, Larry. Larry has never seen a horse on a quarter, but seen a quarter horse. Yeah. All right. So the 3 Olympics were Montreal, 1976, Calgary, 1988, and Vancouver in 2010. Ooh, here's a good one. What is the official name of the Canadian $5 bill?
Fiver.
Finn. Yeah, can I borrow a Finn? I remember those days. Anyone else? So I finally got a question that you guys don't know. Very good. What is the official name of the Canadian $5 bill? Correct answer, the 5. Just simply the 5. That sounds weird to me, but oh well.
Today I learned hashtag TIL.
Oh yeah. All right, true or false? Reindeers cause more than 200 car accidents in Canada each year.
Especially when they're landing on your roof.
200? I'm going to go false.
Yeah, it's true. True. Which Canadian city is known for its annual Carabana Festival? The Big Smoke. That is correct. T.O., the Big Smoke. Wade and Matt also got that right, and Bill too. What is the traditional name for the Indigenous harvest celebration held in the fall? What is the name of the what is the traditional name for the Indigenous harvest celebration held in the fall? No, it's not the Oktoberfest. That's for Germans.
Not Thanksgiving, is it? Keeping tires on fire?
Yeah, that's it. And don't forget blocking the train tracks. It's called the powwow. The powwow. That's right.
I should have known that one coming from Winnipeg.
Now, which Canadian province or territory is the smallest by land area?
Edward Island, PEI.
What is the national animal of Canada?
That's too funny right there. I think I ate one last night. Yeah, that's beaver.
I think I ate one last night. Well, I'm not going to say the answer now. The national animal of Canada is the beaver. That's right. Oh, God, I got such a big grin on my face. Which indigenous language is most widely spoken in Canada?
Hindi.
Cree is the correct answer. Cree.
I was going to say, okay, well, I knew it was one of them. I was going to say Ojibwe. It was the first one that came to mind, but okay. I knew it was one of the indigenous.
All right. So, next one. Get in, loser. We're going shopping. Rachel McAdams is an alumnus of which university? By the way, I don't get that line. Get in, loser. We're going shopping. I don't get it. But, anyways, York University. Rachel McAdams, obviously a Canadian.
But if you said, start the car, you would know exactly what the commercial was about.
That's it. That's right.
Still never heard of her.
Oh, she's the woman that does that. All right. Which American sitcom features a Canadian main character? How I Met Your Mother. That's it. Noel got it right. What year was the toonie introduced?
I can't pin a specific year, but between 95 and 2000. Earlier than that.
Earlier than that, I think I'd say around 1990.
92.
You guys are close. It's actually 96.
So I had it on my first one. 95 to 2000.
Which sport, this doesn't make sense. Which sport is not one of Canada's national sports? Oh, okay. National.
Basketball.
Yeah.
No, basketball, we have the NBA.
Raptors.
Would be lacrosse.
So the answer is soccer. Which sport is not one of Canada's national sports? So we don't have a national soccer team.
That makes sense.
True or false? Beavers are the largest rodent. Beavers are the largest rodent. True or false?
No, there's bigger than that. I forget what it's called now. Oh my God.
The capybara.
No, it's not the biggest one.
No comment.
Yeah, it's called the capybara. The capybara is the largest rodent. And so the answer is false. Chuckle, chuckle.
Thanks, Chuckle. Yeah, the capybara is exactly the one I was thinking of. Down in Australia, maybe New Zealand. But yeah, now there's a big, oversized beaver.
Oh yeah. All right, so listen, this next one, you're gonna have to fact check me on this one here, because I don't believe it's true. I should have checked this one. Which is the only officially bilingual province in Canada? I can't believe the answer here.
New Brunswick.
Newfoundland.
No, it's New Brunswick.
It is, in fact, New Brunswick. All right. Very good. So it's not Ontario. Ontario. Okay. Things have changed since I was young.
No, it is in fact New Brunswick. Kind of surprising. You would expect also Quebec to be bilingual, but their provincial laws are just kind of a mess. In Ontario, we We're over a barrel, so we kind of have bilingualism, but not so much. 100% New Brunswick. If you do any traveling down there, you'll understand that not only is it bilingual, and the citizens are more than willing to speak to you in both languages.
Oh yeah, one would have thought Quebec, but okay, I went for the islands close.
All right. So, how many time zones does Canada have?
4.
No, it's more than that because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. So let's go with 6.
Yeah, Newfoundland, your half.
Okay, that is the correct answer. 6. Very good, Mac. What is the animal on the Canadian quarter? That is wrong. Try again.
What the hell is that thing with the antlers then? It's not a deer.
It's a caribou. Caribou is the correct answer. And then finally, Wade and Noel, KDT, got that right. Very good.
Today I learned hashtag TIL. Think collecting coins all this time you would have known. Apparently not.
All right. So the C&E was originally known as what? Before they called it the C&E, what did they call it?
The World's Fair.
Not my world. Anyone?
Just the X?
Something with Toronto in the name, but it was, no, CNE. I'm thinking of Wonderland. CNE is the one further north. Never mind.
Well, you're on the right track. So it used to be called the TIE, the Toronto, you're right there, Chris, the Toronto Industrial Exhibition. There you go. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess I must have missed part of the question here, but I'll try and rephrase it because it's still a good question. So we all know that the Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada. What province?
Yes, Quebec.
Ontario.
Yep, it was. It was Ontario. Not too far away from here, I think. Uh, which Canadian city has the world's largest fiddle? Where is it located? Which Canadian city is the world's largest fiddle located?
To the Stampede in Calgary, I'm going to probably say somewhere in Alberta. Calgary?
Sydney. So that's probably Nova Scotia, the world's largest fiddle. Didn't know that.
Who would think the country music province?
No, you would think the East Coast because they love their fiddle music down there.
Oh, yeah, that and accordions. What was the previous name of the Toronto Raptors? The Toronto Raptors were called the Toronto Huskies.
Never heard of them. I guess they must have became big when they became the Raptors or something.
Yeah, so there you go. The Toronto Huskies were to go on to become the Raptors. Which Canadian singer is often referred to as the Queen of Country Pop?
Shania Twain.
That don't impress me much.
Man, I feel like a woman.
That is the correct answer, Mac. And yeah, Shania Twain. Which Canadian city is often called the Hollywood North due to its thriving film industry?
That's the Hammer Town.
Hamilton.
Yeah, you would think that, but apparently somewhere else has us beat. But Hamilton's getting up there. We're putting down some serious filming infrastructure down here. But name another city.
Winnipeg in the Exchange District.
It is Vancouver.
That don't impress me much.
That's funny. It says here the TTC is North America's largest transit network. Oh, the TTC is North America's blank largest transit network. Put a number in there.
Third. Garbage.
Second.
Yeah, we are number 2 in the largest transit network, probably by area. But yeah, you go to Europe, Japan, they got bullet trains. Uh, but yeah, as far as subway lines, we're the second. Which Canadian city is known as the Maple Leaf City?
Toronto.
Now, what do you get from a maple tree? And where do you get that? Did you know Quebec supplies 70% of the world's maple syrup? Thank you, Mac. So the correct answer is Montreal. Which Canadian city is known as the Maple Leaf City? That's Montreal. How many cups of coffee does Tim Hortons approximately serve each year? Oh, Guy, do you remember hearing about, or no, that's Wade. Do you remember hearing about the maple syrup heist, where one or several trucks filled with barrels of maple syrup were stolen? And I'm not sure if they were recovered, but it was a big problem because it was a big supply. That was crazy.
Look it up on YouTube. There's actually they made a documentary about that heist. It's on YouTube.
Oh, all right, right on. I'll have to look that up. So the correct answer is how many cups? 2 billion cups of coffee each year from Tim Hortons.
Much longer.
Okay. What is the traditional Inuit word for the iconic winter dwelling made of snow and ice? That is correct. The igloo. Oh, so I was wrong. So let's go back to what I said earlier. How much of the world's maple syrup supply comes from Canada? So Quebec has 70%. How much does the entire country of Canada supply? Yeah, the correct answer is 80 to 85.
The New England states picks up the rest.
Right. How many points does a maple leaf have on the Canadian flag?
9. 3 on each branch of the leaf nose at 9 point.
Well, maybe somebody will have to fact check this, but it says 11.
I thought it was 3 on the left leaf, 3 on the right leaf, and 3 on the middle leaf. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I just read the questions there. Yeah, the stem too. Okay. Which candy becomes contraband once they cross the border into the United States from Canada?
Is that not Kinder Surprise?
Ah, yes. My daughter's favorite childhood chocolate with a toy. It is, in fact, Kinder Surprise. Uh, okay, back to donuts. True or false? Canadians eat the most donuts in the world.
True, and Bill was in there with a comment a couple seconds ago, but true to your question.
That is absolutely true. And that was the last question. 40 questions. Thank you all so much for participating. And Bill, you had a comment there. Go ahead.
I just confirmed it is 11. If you look at a maple leaf, there's the three points that Chris is talking about, but on the leaf on each side, there's a point as well, so it makes 11.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bill. So with that, it's 9:52 p.m. Wow, plenty of time. I'm early tonight. So I hope you all enjoyed the Canada Day little bit of information I had on that, as well as the Canada Day trivia with all Canadian content. I did my best, and as I said I'd do it, and here we are. With that, are there any other any last minute check-ins or any questions or comments? Please come now.
BPG, just a comment. I couldn't. Kinder Surprise. I couldn't remember whether they were. I knew they were banned somewhere. I couldn't remember whether they were banned from the States or from the Canada, though. But I guess I got that one.
Yeah, probably because American children are not as bright as ours and they swallow the candy along with the chocolate. I don't know.
Swallow the toy.
Yeah, I think it's the whole idea of a toy inside of a food for the FDA there. So, yeah.
Toys with extremely small parts, so yeah, you can see it. I just couldn't remember which side it was banned on, but yeah. Okay, BA3WPG, listening.
All right, very good. Anyone else? All right. Yeah, there's a choke hazard there, obviously, Guy. Okay, so with that, I guess we're going to start the 7-3 round. And let me go to my list here. And we have Huey. If you're not too busy, Victor Echo 3, Delta Juliet Zulu. How about we try Steve as well? VA3 NFG. Are any of you guys available? All right, Vern. I don't know if he's still around. VA3 Charlie Romeo Foxtrot. All right, let's go to Bill. VE3 Bravo November Whiskey. Oh, I'm starting to hear some fireworks. All right, Bill must be putting a little guy down for the night. We'll try him again in a couple of minutes. Let's go to Mac. VA3 IMW.
Roger that. Day 6, enjoying everything. Once again, thanks for working us out at the park earlier today, Chuck. Certainly appreciate that. And sorry that you didn't get the cobwebs out of your eyes. Earlier, you could have heard us on 40 meters. Anyways, Canada Day is in the books, and certainly proud of everybody who got out. It was notable that Steve and Mark, VA3NFG and VA3MHV, both got out early in the UTC day, and they got their Canada Day park activation done last night after 8 o'clock. So they were the first ones in the books. Anyways, logs are in. Everybody should be suitably happy with everything going on. And I won't delay, but certainly looking forward to hearing from everybody tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with the Thursday night edition of the Lake Ontario Radio Club net on 446.125. Thanks again, Chuck. Great job.
Okay, Mac, thanks a bunch, and thanks for riding along as always. And so with that, let's bring in Chris, VA3WPG.
All right, VA3WPG, good net. Fun trivia tonight. I will work you on simplex earlier. I will have that on QRZ tomorrow. I will also take care of my logs tomorrow. Running a little bit behind now tonight. Other than that, 73 to everybody, and we will catch you around. VA3WPG.
All right, Chris. Excellent participation tonight. Glad you seem to have enjoyed yourself. And yeah, we'll definitely talk to you soon. Have a great rest of the evening, by the way, and happy Canada Day. Wade is next, VA3 November Charlie Alpha.
VA3CJZ, VA3NCA. Yeah, thanks, Chuck, for doing it as always, especially today on this Canada Day. Good way to celebrate the holiday, if you ask me, with an AREG session. And the radio has survived, so I'm leaning towards a bit of heat, maybe, because it's got a nice cool spot here in the basement of the house. So maybe that's it. Fingers crossed. But in any case, thanks as always for doing it there, Chuck. And I look forward to it every week. VA3CJZ, VA3NCA. Happy Canada Day, everyone.
Okay, Wade. Yeah, whatever it is in your shack right now, temperature-wise, let's say it's about 78 degrees, which is what it is. Actually, no, it's warmer for me. It's 81 degrees Fahrenheit, and 79 degrees outside. So if you figure that temperature compared to 100 or a little over 100, those 20 degrees, that makes a difference there on radio equipment. So I would chalk it up to heat there, Wade. So hopefully that's the only time. If it happens again, let us know if you were in the sunshine or it was hot out. So thanks again for participating. I hope you enjoyed yourself as well. And we'll catch you down the log. And Wade, are you on vacation?
Yeah, technically I am, although I'm probably going to spend more time on campus during the vacations than I do during work generally. But I can say it's been mostly for interest sakes. I was there today, of course, for Canada Day activation. I've been in there a couple times to visit at the makerspace, which is not work related. So I'm going to say, yeah, it's still a vacation, even though I show up physically at the place.
Oh, geez. Hey, we just can't keep you away. All right. Very good, Wade. Well, take care. Have a great rest of the week and weekend coming up. Let's go over to Bill, VE3 India Uniform Kilowatt.
Yeah, very good, Chuck. Learned a lot about Canada, got straightened out on a couple of things, so very good. And good net as usual. Just one comment, I was looking at my stats, And with today's activation, I've activated Charlie Alpha 5082 times, so I'm nice and fried for 100. Anyway, Chuck, thanks a lot for doing it. Always appreciate it. Back to you. And 7-3.
All right, Bill, very good. Yeah, it should have been. I thought the trivia, the quiz, was appropriate for Canada. Kept it all Canadian, Canadian content only. So I was quite adamant about being very nationalistic and proud to be Canadian. So yeah, it was fun. It was a fun net to do. All right, so I see everyone that checked in on YouTube. We've got Noel, who couldn't make it on the radio. We've got Guy. We've got Matt. Uh, and I think maybe Mark or no, a couple others that weren't able to make it on the radio. So thank you so much for joining me on this Canada Day AREG net. It was awesome. Thank you. So next, let's go to Rick, VE3 Bravo Kilowatt. Last call there, Rick. Are you there? VE3BK. Next, we had Papa Delta Lima, Paul, and his lovely wife, LLW, Leanne, and Jack from Mississauga, VE3RUB. And next, we have Mark, Victor Alpha 3, Mike Hotel Victor.
Yeah, it's still here, Chuck. Thank you very much, my friend, for the special Canada Day edition of the AREG. It was quite enjoyable, especially the trivia. I enjoyed that. Everyone have a great week. If you're off on vacation, have fun. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Be safe, though, and as Max said, get out and get it done early. And then it's time for siesta at that point. Anyway, Chuck, thank you for doing it, my friend. I will turn it back to you and let you pick up the rest. 7-3, everyone. VA3 MHV.
All right, Mark. Yeah, thank you very much. And enjoy, whoever's on vacation, enjoy the rest of the week, weekend, or whenever you get to your vacation. It's a vacation day every day for me. But I'm by myself when my wife is at work. So, you know. Anyways. Thanks, Mark. Next is Larry, VE3LBI.
Still here, Chuck. Thanks for doing it. Listen along. It was good trivia tonight. Like the Canada stuff. Well, anyways, it was a good night. And like I say, more Canada than because of Canada Day. And just in time so I can take the dog outside. Worked out just perfectly. Thanks again. VE3LBI.
All right. I'm glad our schedule meets with your dog's potty timeline. Okay, Larry, have a good one. Say hi to the missus, and we'll talk to you soon. Next, we've got Alvaro, who checked in from Las Vegas. Kilo Bravo 2, Uniform Echo Whiskey. Thank you, Alvaro. Muchas gracias. And last on my list is Steve, VA3NFG. Steve, you there?
Yeah, roger that. Good net there, Chuck. Thanks for doing it, buddy. And, yeah. Yeah. Huey says, have a good night there. And who wants to talk? Somebody checked in. Oh, just check Huey in there, Chuck.
All right, I called you guys a few minutes ago, but you were obviously busy. So DJZ and NFG, you guys are in the log for the 7-3 round. Thanks again, guys. Take care. Have a good one. No garbage to take out tonight. Obviously, it's a holiday today, so I'll be putting the garbage out tomorrow night so I can just not go outside. Mind you, after the rain came down, it changed the temperatures significantly by at least, I'd say, I don't know, almost 10 degrees Celsius. So yeah, very good. All right, anyone else out there wishing to check in? Late check-ins. for tonight's net, or any comments or questions, please come now.
Hi, this is Rusty Nail saying Happy Canada Day.
All right, Rusty Nail. Very good. Happy Canada Day, sir. Obviously, no call sign, but yeah. All right, very good. Anyone else? Okay, very good. Again, thank you so much, and happy Canada Day. Be proud to be Canadian, and be strong. Uh, be safe out there. It's really hot, and so bring water, bring a hat, and take care. And so have fun for the rest of the week, and I look forward to doing this again in 1 week's time on the same bat channel at the same bat time. Until then, be safe and be kind to one another. This is Chuck in Hamilton, VA3CJZ, saying so long for now. 7-3. Happy hunting.
And if you don't have a call sign, you should really consider getting one, VA3WPG.